I just thought we'd pick on one more of your top 10. And this was, it made me laugh, it's number 3, going for the jugular. And I love your term, vampire advisor. I wonder if I have to now pay you because I've just said that out loud.
You do. Send me a quid. There you go.
Okay, just a quid. It's all right, it's worth it. But yeah, I just wondered if you could explain a bit about what you meant by that term.
Yeah, so this is clearly very tongue-in-cheek, okay?
Yeah.
But I just remember when I was teaching this years and years ago, this is where I came up with the idea. I did a role play, and I gave people the list of interesting questions, and the instruction was just to go through these questions, right? You would think reasonably straightforward. I know it's not like that when you're doing the exercise sometimes. But anyway, someone asked a question. I think we're 2 questions in. The role play advisor mentioned the word pension. And for the next 20 minutes, this advisor started talking all that they knew about pensions and how they could do this and do that and whatever. And that's what I mean by going for the jugular. They obviously got excited that they knew a solution to this person's particular issue. But yeah, the correct strategy would have been to make a note for later and then just ask the next question and let the client keep going with that explanation. But they dived straight in. Now, inexperienced advisors, and again, I've done this a million times myself, that's what we do. We hear one thing, boom, we latch onto it. That's what I mean by the vampire advisor going straight for the jugular. Yeah, I know about that. Let me tell you all about that. That's not going to make a sale. And again, if you record your meetings, and this is the one top tip I'll give anyone who's listening today, just record your own meetings on your phone. I get permission from the client, they'll be fine. Go and listen to the recordings afterwards. Mate, it's hard listening to yourself, but you'll only listen to 3 of those and you'll probably improve like 180% because you'll just knock out all those things that you can hear in the recording that you just perhaps don't notice when you're in the meeting in the heat of battle.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that come to my mind when you're talking there, actually. One, and again, something that we talk about quite a lot on the programs that I run, particularly the coaching-based programs, is how, when we start off in conversation with somebody, we generally start off fairly surface. Brits are very good at talking about the weather. I don't know where Aussies start, but maybe it's very similar. Although it's mostly sunny, I guess, where you come from, so maybe not so much. But anyway, we'll start on the surface, and gradually, as we listen to, we tend to go deeper and deeper towards the stuff that's really important to us. And I think something like that becomes an interruption. Oh, I've just latched onto pensions being something, right? I'm going to now throw 20 minutes of information at you about pensions, and the client gets brought back up to the surface, and you're probably starting again in terms of getting them closer to what's really important to them, and disclosing that and feeling safe to tell you all of that, that good, useful, helpful stuff when it comes to building a financial plan, actually. So I think really not interrupting people's thinking. I think it's a great tip. Just make a note of it and come back to it later. You don't ignore it, but you come back to it later. So yeah, I think that
Can I add to that?
Resonates. Yeah, of course.
If I start to answer a question, and then you as the advisor in any scenario I can think of, and I've experienced this, and then they start like telling me stuff they know. Lawyers can do that, bad lawyers can do this, or whatever. It's not bad. I'm sitting there fuming, going, mate, shut up. This is not your meeting. I'm paying for the time here. I'll be furious at that, because I also know I'm in the hands of an amateur, and I'm just thinking, mate, how fast can I get out of this room? It's the death knell for a meeting. It's really something that you want to, if you catch yourself doing it, like I said, I've done it a million times, so I'm not throwing stones at everyone else. But yeah, you want to get that one out of your repertoire, because it's a passion killer. There's no question.
Yeah, definitely. And I wonder if, it's partly an experience, and I wonder if it's also a bit of a, like, we're all wanting to help, I guess, like that's where a lot of it's coming from. And, this is the way that I can help, I can add some value by, and going into that fixing mode very quickly can be a result of that. But I think, again, there's all sorts of assumptions going on there. Like, I'm the right person to fix this. I know what problem it is that I need to fix. And, I just think giving more and more time and space to clients, because it might not be pensions. It probably isn't pensions, really, that's their actual issue, or that they actually really want to work on, and giving more space and asking more questions, you're going to get much closer to the stuff that's really important to people. Maybe pensions is part of the solution, but it's probably not, 10 minutes into a meeting.
No, that's it. And this is the thing, right? If you know that not enough people are buying from you, it's all these pretty obvious things, those top 10 mistakes. If you could just knock most of those out, again, you're gonna improve your outcomes by a factor of, goodness knows what. It's just, they're so easy to fix, really. You just got to get your head screwed on, do a bit of practice. But yeah, it'll make a massive difference to the outcomes you're getting in front of the client.